All right, this is number 55 homework, writing two-step equations. So it says 13 less than 4 times a number x is negative 12. So when we look at this, we write 13 less than. Now less than's that tricky one, okay? That's where you got to put minus 13. And then 4 times the number x, you put that first. 4 times x minus 13 is means equal negative 12. So let's look for the one that has 4x minus 13 equals negative 12. That one right there. Okay. At a graduation dinner, an equal number of guests was seated at each of the 6 large tables. So equal number of guests at the 6 large tables. Well, I guess they use the letter N. And 5 late arriving guests were seated at the smaller table. So we have 5 people sitting by themselves. And it says there were 53 guests in all. If N represents the number of people seated at each of the large tables, which equation could you use to find the N? So it's 6 times number of large tables plus the 5 that's at the small should equal 53. So 6n plus 5 equals 53. All right. You buy 2.15 pounds of oranges and 2.25 pounds of pears. Oranges and pears sell for the same price. The total cost after using a 75-cent off coupon is $3.21. If X represents the cost of the fruit in dollars per pound, write an equation that you could use for this. All right, so we are going to have 2.15x plus 2.25x, and then minus 75 cents, so minus 0.75 should equal $3.21. Hopefully it will accept this answer. If you want to combine these like terms, the other answer would be 4.4x minus 0.75 equals 3.21. So both of those answers will work. All right, you want to buy a lizard that costs $47. So 47 is the total. You already have $19. So you already have 19 plus, and you plan to save $9 per week. And we're going to use X for the number of weeks. So 9X. So this is one way to write it. In a certain country, the life expectancy of a woman born in 1995 was 77.5 years. In 2005, the life expectancy was 0.4 years greater. If X represents the life expectancy of a woman born in 2005, what equation could you use to find the value of X? All right, so we're going to start with our X. And if it's greater than, we actually are going to have to take that away from the X. So 0.4, and that should give us the 77.5. So X minus 0.4 equals 77.5. Jace buys X number of cookies containing 20 cookies each. After eating 6 cookies, he has 54 left. Box, which is X, there's 20 cookies in each box. So 20 times each box. Then he ate 6, so that's minus 6. Now he's left with 54 cookies. So that's your answer. Alright. Carmen has 4 albums with 12 photos in each. So 4 albums with 12 photos in each. After removing X photos, 33 photos remain. 4 albums with 12 each. That's 48. And after removing X, so taking away X, you end up with 33. So 48 minus X equals 33. A farmer has 5 times as many chickens as cows. If the farmer buys 2 more cows, he will have 15 animals total. Write an equation. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. So 5 times as many chickens as cows. The farmer buys 2 more cows, he'll have 15 total. So 5x plus 2 equals 15. Jenny is saving money to buy a bike that costs $60. That's the total. She has saves $10 each week, and we're going to use U for the number of weeks. So $10 each week, and has already saved 20. So we get 60 equals 10 U plus 20. Maria has 7 times as many points as Tom. 7 times as many points as Tom. If Maria gives 8 Post-its to Tom, so if they give him, that's minus 8, she will have 35 left. Okay. I think that's it.